Welcome back to the Magic Alon channel to another playing card tutorial. Now I'm gonna make this intro quick, snappy, because this one is phenomenal. Now I say that about a lot of the tricks I teach, but this is a combination of card magic and mentalism. And if you don't know what mentalism is, it is the art form of mind reading, mind control, influence, and everything to do with the mind. That is right, you're gonna seem like a mind reader when you perform this to your friends, family, or absolutely anyone you want to. And in fact, I'm so excited, I'm gonna show you the performance right now. Now just before, I'm gonna make sure I write a prediction. Let's see. Awesome. Yes, that's what I want. And I'm gonna put my prediction right about here so you can see it full time, full view. And I'm even gonna put the Sharpie on top so you can see that I'm not gonna switch it, and it is the card right underneath. Now we've got a deck of cards here, and all the cards are different, as you can see, just like that, and everything's okay. But I need two cards, the two jokers, and they're gonna help me. So let's see. Whoop. Just like that, I should be able to find the two jokers in a nice, really snappy move. Now, these two jokers are going to be helping us, hopefully, do some mind reading. In fact, you would take the cards, and the spectator would take the cards, and they would deal, and they can do whatever they want here. And the spectator would deal completely, one by one, whenever they want, and whenever they have a feeling, they would just stop dealing, just about here. And they would put that first joker. And then they would put all the cards on top and do the same. And again, whenever they have a feeling, they would deal the cards, and whenever they want to stop, and we could do this quite a lot, they could stop and put that joker right on top. And then all the cards are on top. And they could see and swipe all the cards, and they could see that they made these two choices right here. They could have put these jokers absolutely anywhere they wanted. And if you look at the card that is right next to the jokers, right here, we could see which cards you guys touched when you put it in. For example, the color joker, he found an ace, which is quite a good card, the ace of hearts, and this joker found the king of clubs. And that was free choice, and you can involve two people. One would put the first joker and the second one would put the second joker, and you freely could have stopped and put the jokers anywhere you wanted, and you landed on the king of clubs and the ace of hearts. Now, I couldn't have known that, but somehow I took a prediction earlier today, or right before this trick started, and I wrote down two cards that I think you would select, and that would be a perfect match: the king of clubs and the ace of hearts. What? That is such a crazy trick. Just like that, you saw it can get incredible reactions because they freely have the choice. They can deal the cards and stop whenever they want, put in the joker and do that again, and you will always 100,000,000,000% chance get it right every single time. In fact, at the end of this video, I'm going to share a few little tips that you can use this without playing cards, using celebrities, colors, and absolutely anything you want. Now, if you enjoy that performance, make sure you smash that subscribe button, give this video a like, and turn on the notifications because I have a new YouTube tutorial come out every single week and lots of other types of videos coming very soon. So without further ado, let's learn how this trick works. So for this tutorial, all you're gonna need is an ordinary deck of cards, and you're gonna need two jokers, and you're gonna need two cards that you want to force, and a way to write down your prediction. Now, this could be in a sticky note, on a piece of paper, on your business card. You can even write it on the notes app on your phone, however you want. And you are going to match that prediction with two of the cards you want. And you can choose those force cards to be absolutely anything you want. I took two random cards. That's up to you. You can find maybe two cards with a connection, or absolutely how you want. Maybe you can use the fives, and then at the very beginning you're gonna say we're gonna attempt to find the two red fives, and you don't even need a prediction. We'll see, that's up to you, but I like to do two random cards because that makes it random. And you could have your prediction rewritten, but what I recommend is write it in front of your spectators. So you look at them and see, I want to see if we can predict the future with you guys. I want to see if we could try this experiment. Just think about random playing cards right now in your mind. Don't think of a specific one. Just think of random ones. Let your mind keep going, keep going. And that just gives it more of a believable way. Because when you perform it like that, your spectators will truly think that you knew what's going to happen beforehand, and it makes it much more believable. And that is why presentation is very key in mentalism. And by the way, if you want to learn an incredible mentalism trick with just a pair of sticky notes and a pen, make sure you check the video right on the top here, because that is an incredible peek that you can pick absolutely any information you want. So I wrote the King of Clubs and the Ace of Hearts, so we're gonna stick with that. And what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna find your force cards like I did right here, and you're gonna take them out. And these are the only cards you want. Now, I like to use the jokers because they're different. They're not really cards, but you can use absolutely any cards to throw in. But the jokers are nice, and I recommend you use the jokers anyways. So now let's quickly talk about the setup. So the cards can be shuffled before, and it doesn't matter, but you cannot give them to the spectators to shuffle when you start the trick. Because what you're going to do is you're going to put your 2 force cards in a very specific position. And it's going to start with on the top and on the bottom. So you're going to put one of your force cards on the top, it doesn't matter which one at all, and the second one on the bottom. And that is why when I show the cards are all different, I don't go all the cards are different, because, and by the way, you don't have to do this, you can show your cards like this, because your spectators probably won't remember this top card or this bottom card. But I still recommend just doing it like this. So you go through the cards and you show them like this. So this way you're not flashing that top card. Go, okay, here all the cards are different. You can have a look. And then you start the trick. But if you want, you can just quickly go, okay, look, all the cards are different. Everything's okay. You're going to make a few choices today. And for that, we need 2 helpers, the jokers. And this is where you make a choice in the routine. You could either start out with the jokers like already out of the deck before you start. I don't recommend them being in the middle and then you go through them, because either you have to do that in front of them, or you can keep it hidden. You could start with the jokers somewhere in the middle and then you go out and you start looking for them, but that's where you have to hide it a little bit. But don't worry about that too much. But let me teach you regardless that cool fancy move I did at the very start briefly. And for that, again, you're going to start with the 2 jokers on the top and the bottom. So one of the jokers is going to go on the top and one on the bottom. So your setup for the whole trick is you're going to have your force card on the top and then the joker on the top. And then on the bottom, you have the joker on the very bottom and then one of your force cards on the under that. And then you start. You say, okay, I've got a deck of cards here. All the cards are different, as you can see. And I need 2 helpers, the jokers. And essentially what you're going to be doing is you're going to be putting a lot of pressure. And I recommend getting in this move where you hold the cards like this with your 2 fingers and your thumb. You could hold it with the whole hand, but then it's harder to do the move. I recommend just holding it with these 2 fingers and your thumb. And you're going to grip strong. And when you're ready to do this move and getting these 2 jokers out, this is where you release a little bit of pressure. So you're holding really hard, and when you're ready, you're going to release a little bit of pressure, but not too much pressure, because then it'll do this sort of thing, and you don't want that to happen. Just hold really hard, and then you release, and you're going to throw it kind of like this, kind of releasing all the cards, but maintaining them straight, so all the cards remain in that position. And that's why it's important to apply a lot of pressure at the start. So you go boop, just like that, and then you should have the 2 jokers. And essentially what's happening is they're going from the top and the bottom, so they're kind of going like, it's hard to do it like this, but they're coming off the top and the bottom, and just like that you can say, haha, we've got the jokers. And I think that's a really fun, really cool little intro to the trick before you even start any magic. And essentially what's happening, this is an incredibly self-working magic trick, as you saw in the title, because what's happening is as they deal the cards, they start to deal the cards, and you instruct them to deal them one by one on top of the table. What's happening is that they're dealing them one by one, but that card that was essentially on the top, your force card, now goes to the bottom. Again, I'll do it face up just so you see. As you deal, their card is going to be on the bottom. And what means is when they put a joker, it's gonna go underneath this force card, because they're gonna drop all the cards on top. And when they do it again, and they start dealing again, they'll start dealing. When they put this joker, this force card will essentially appear on top. And then when you deal it out, you'll see that right next to it is the force card, and where the other joker is, I think is right here, is your second force card. So let me show you that again with both of the force cards being face up. Obviously you wouldn't do this in performance. Let's set up again. So one force card goes on the top, one force card goes here, and we'll put them face up just for explanation purposes. So they deal the cards just like that, and then they put one joker, and then essentially this force card goes on top of that joker. And then they do it again, they deal one by one, and they put the joker wherever they want, and essentially this other force card goes on top. So when you fan out, they're going to be next to each other. And essentially that's it with the method. It's as simple as that. But now I'm gonna give you a little subtlety that's very important for you. So when you do that, it's very important that you let your spectator take their time as they deal the card. You don't want them to rush it. You don't want them to do too slow. For you, method-wise, it does not matter. They can stop whenever they want. But you gotta tell them to think, to imagine, to focus, because the results of this trick remain completely and entirely in their hands. And you need to tell them to be careful, because that makes it more believable, like they're truly in control. So you can go very slowly. Oh, do you feel... And then when they stop, you can say, are you sure you want to stop there? Do you want to keep going? Do you feel a connection to this card? And let them feel that moment of doubt, because if they do continue, then it'll be even more powerful, because they could have stopped earlier. Again, to you it doesn't matter because it's self-working. And that's one of the things that makes this trick absolutely phenomenal. So here's a fun idea. You can use these blank playing cards. And where can you buy them? Check the link in the description. There's a link and it will help me so much. You can check it out on Amazon. You can get a bunch of these blank playing cards and you can write down the names of celebrities. So check out the link in the description for those. And you can write down a bunch of different celebrities' names on different cards. I just googled random celebrities or use ChatGPT. And you can do essentially the same trick but celebrities. So your prediction will be celebrities. So here the bottom one I have is Marilyn Monroe. And I'm not going to write it here, but Marilyn Monroe. And the top one I have is Michael Jackson. So essentially they'll do the exact same. They'll deal the cards and whenever they want, they put the Joker right there. And then they put this on top and then they deal again. Just like that. They deal the cards. And whenever they want to stop, they put it right here. And just like that, the Joker is right next to Marilyn Monroe. And this Joker is right next to Michael Jackson. So it's essentially the same trick, but you can do it with celebrities. Actually, that applies to anything. You can get these blank playing cards and write absolutely anything. And that's where you have a lot of creativity. You can do fruits, star signs, colors, celebrities, absolutely anything you want. And your spectators will be mind blown. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video. And I really hope you love this self-working piece of magic because this is a mix of mentalism and card magic. And combined, it's phenomenal. You can do it to 2 spectators, 1 spectator, absolutely whatever you want. It is a phenomenal piece of magic. So please let me know in the comments if you're going to try this out. How are you going to do it? Are you going to use playing cards, celebrities? What on earth are you going to use? I'm really eager to know, so let me know in the comments. And once again, if you enjoyed this tutorial, there's going to be so many more, so make sure you're subscribed, you turn on those notifications, and you like this video because there are incredible tutorials coming your way. So without further ado, thank you so much for watching. This was an incredible tutorial, and I will see you next time. Magic Alon out.